All right, it is Saturday morning here at the Patty Arena. The 16U AA girls are going to be taking on the 14UA Grizzlies. 2 minutes on the clock right now for warm-up, and then we'll get this game started. First time these two teams have played one another this year. Not sure what to expect. Minute and a half left in this warm-up. We'll see what the coaches decided to do for our lines here today, see if they mix anything up. One thing that I do know is that our goaltender is going to be Rhea Thompson. Beyond that, I have no clue. Maybe I'll start working with the coaching staff to get the lineup beforehand so we can share that with our viewers. Becca Reinheller back out on the ice after nursing an upper body injury. Good to see her out there. Sammy Murray is going to be playing on the other side, as that team is the second team that she's playing for, dual rostering here this year.
How's it going?
Good, how are you? Good morning. "20 seconds, and we will get this game underway. All right, 15 minutes on that board, and we're going to get this game underway. We will see who our starting line is. Looks like that starting line is going to be Summer Murray, Skylar Capel, Addison Paul, Becca Reinheller, and Macklin Malone. Capel will line up for that faceoff. Faceoff won by Capel, back to Reinheller. Reinheller has that one knifed away from her. She plays it up the boards to Paul. Paul loses that one. That goes into the corner. Reinheller will pick it up. Sends it, tried sending it near side to Murray, but that was broken up. Picked up again by Reinheller. Reinheller sends that out to Paul. Paul to Murray. Murray gets a stick on it. Gives chase. Paul now in that far side corner, applying pressure. She gets a stick on it. Now Capel comes in with some support. Capel down low to Paul. That errant pass, and the Grizzlies will send that one all the way down. Thompson directs traffic, and we're going to have an icing. That next line coming out here for the girls, you've got Conley, Proudfoot, and Austin. Conley moving back up to forward after Reinheller's back in the lineup. Pello and Gertzen on the backside. That one won by Austin. Back to Pello. Pello makes a move but gets tripped up. Comes out to neutral zone. Gertzen will play that into the zone, but that's batted back in. Pello with some speed with that back check. Picks that puck up behind her net. Sends that near side to Proudfoot. Proudfoot back to Pello. Then Austin will pick it up. Austin will gain that zone. Tries to make that move. Proudfoot has a trailer. Comes in for help. Austin with that long stick. Puck comes out in the neutral zone. Grizzlies will pick that up. They'll fire a shot. That's off the target. Proudfoot's first one there. Played up by Austin. Austin will flip that one high, and it's going to have enough to be an icing. So we're going to have an icing here. The next group comes out for the girls. Kappel, Mackus, and Linzo with Reinheller and Malone on the backside. Kappel will line up for that faceoff. Won by Kappel. Malone plays that one up to Kappel. That comes with a high slot off of Linzo's foot, and she'll gain the zone. She tries hitting Kappel. That'll hit Malone on that backside. She sends it in, but a little too much for Mackus, and the Grizzlies will send that for an icing. Come all the way back down for face-off. Blocker side of the goaltender. Kappel lines up for that face-off again. And again, won by Kappel. Mackus applying that pressure. Reinheller now takes a swipe at it. Puck goes deep into the zone. Picked up by Malone. Malone to Mackus. Mackus to the slot. Now Reinheller will pick it up. Reinheller is going to take that in. Reinheller fires that shot. It's off the chest of the goaltender. Grizzlies will try and send that one out. Kept in by Kappel. Linzo sends that far side. Hops over the stick of Mackus. Mackus now plays that back in. Comes up to Malone. Malone fires that shot. It's into the goaltender's glove, and the goaltender will stop the puck. Stoppage in play. 12:16 left in this first period. Score is 0-0. Austin, Murray, and Paul now with Gertzen and Pello. Won by Austin, but jumped the line was the Grizzly player. And they were able to gain that possession momentarily. Hand on by Pello. She stays after it, gets it up to Paul. Paul sends it off the far side boards to herself, but it's picked up by the Grizzlies. They'll cycle in. That opportunity by Austin as she just used that long stick and poked the puck in front. Got a shot off. Murray now cycles. Sends one high off the marker. Austin will come in. She'll have room. She fires that shot, and it's stopped by the goaltender in front. Paul needs to get in front of that shot and not to the side. That group will stay out there. Keep this pressure on. 11:38. That one's cleanly won back to Gertzen. Gertzen fires that around. Kept in at the blue line by Gertzen. Now comes out into the neutral zone. Murray will pick it up. Murray sends that far side to Paul. Paul sends that, brings it into herself, fires that shot, and it's off the goaltender. It's loose in front. And there's a follow-up shot by Austin and stopped by the goaltender.
Hi.
There we go. Good to see you. That next line will come out. Proudfoot, Kappel, and Conley with Malone and Reinheller on the backside. Won by ATF girls. Fired from the point from Reinheller, just wide. Kappel will apply pressure. Proudfoot picks it up near side, fires that shot. It's off a stick. Kept aside. Grizzlies will pick it up on that far side. They try gaining that zone, and Macklin Malone will be the first one there. She keeps it back net. Malone to Capel. Capel to Proudfoot. Proudfoot tries firing that one in. A little slow on the reaction. Capel makes that move. And puck fired all the way down. And we're going to have an icing on the Grizzlies. So puck's going to go all the way back down into the offensive zone for Fairbanks. Sorry for HCF. Campbell, Conley, and Proudfoot will stay out there. Reinheller and Malone. Face off one by the Grizzlies. They will fire it off the far side boards. That comes to Reinheller. Reinheller takes that shot. Didn't have a whole lot on it, but it was tipped in front. Fired around the rim, all the way around to the Grizzlies. And they'll send that down, and Reinheller just not really skating much there, was thinking it was going to go icing, and that's what happened. Mackus, Austin, and Linzo coming out with Pello and Gertson. 10:19 left in this first period, still 0-0. Puck won by, or face-off won cleanly by Austin, picked up by Pello. Pello puts it in front, fired around the rim. Gertson will get there. She fires that one back in. Pressure applied by Austin, but Grizzlies will get it out of the zone. Pello now will pick it up deep in her zone, wheels it around. Linzo will try and get that out of the zone, but it's sent back in. Gertson will pick that up, and Thompson will now cover the puck. I'd like to see Thompson play that one to Gertson, keep the puck moving. That same group will stay out on the ice. Austin loses that one. Austin from below the goal line will fire that one around to Mackus. Mackus will pick that up near side boards. She bobbles it, then loses the puck. That's Sammy Murray that's out there for the Grizzlies, number 10. Puck comes to the high slot. It was missed by everybody. Grizzlies fire that shot. It's off the leg of Gertson. Now a shot down low. Puck off of the referee's skate. Now picked up by Gertson. Gertson will send that near side to Mackus. Mackus loses that puck. Pello, far side boards, pokes that one through to Linzo. Linzo with a blind pass right into the slot for the Grizzlies to pick up. Grizzlies will pick that one up, and they get an opportunity. That one's off the side of the net. Now Mackus keeps that to the outside. That one goes off the stanchion, kind of weird. Austin's there. Mackus will pick that up, bobbles the puck, gets it up to Linzo. Linzo will send that into the zone, and Mackus will keep that pressure going as her and Pello switch places. Kept in at the line by Capel. Capel fires that shot. It's wide of the net. Murray now picks it up. Murray wheels to the middle, fires that shot, and it's high off the marker. Malone now from the point sends that far side to Murray. Murray collects the puck. She'll leave that for Capel. Capel handles that puck into the boards. She gets tripped up. They're not going to make that call. Paul and Murray out there. That one went just over Murray's stick. Now Grizzlies will gain the zone, and there's going to be an offside. Trying.
Maybe one day.
One day. Might have another commentator in Nate Thompson here. That's what I just heard, and it's on video. Yeah. Paul will pick that up. She puts that one up to Reinheller. Reinheller sends that one to herself. Murray and Reinheller come together. Reinheller sends that to Murray. Murray in front. The shot is fired wide. Reinheller will pick it up. Reinheller wheels, puts it down low to Murray, but behind her. Murray now keeps that one on her stick. She trying to find Paul in front. That shot fired into the goaltender's glove. Good opportunity there. The pass was on edge, it looked like, and Paul wasn't able to connect fully, but still a shot on net. Proudfoot, Austin, Conley, Gertson, and Pello. 7:23 left in this first period. Girls must be tired. Austin will line up for that faceoff. Won by Austin, back to Gertson. Gertson allowed that Grizzly player to jump the line. Back check by Pello. Her back check is just phenomenal. That comes off of a hand, and we got an opportunity for the Grizzlies. They fire that one wide. Keep that up front. Now Austin over to Proudfoot. Proudfoot delays and then finally gets that one out into the neutral zone. Conley applying that pressure. She's heavy on that forecheck. Grizzlies will send that one around. That's kept in at the blue line by Pello in the feet of Austin and the Grizzly player. Now Conley comes in with some support. Pello keeps that one in with the body. Now she's pinning that one up against the boards. That one's fired down by the Grizzlies, and Gertson will go after that. Gertson around the backside of that. Hits Austin. Austin gets a stick on it. Now Conley with some speed applying that pressure, and we're going to have an icing on HCF. That's going to come all the way back down into our defensive zone. That next line of Kappel, Lenzo, and Mackus is going to hit the ice with Malone and Reinheller. 6:15 left in this first period, 0-0. Malone below the goal line, puts the brakes on, sends that near side to Mackus. Mackus heads up, gets around her player, gets that one up to Kappel. Kappel, and we've got a hooking call on the Grizzlies, so HCF will go on this first power play of today with 6:01 in the first period. Two minutes on the board for that penalty kill, for that power play rather. Reinheller sends that to Kappel, but she's handcuffed. Now that's picked up by Grizzlies. Grizzlies will fire that one all the way down. No icing because we're playing by 16 rules. I'm not sure why Reinheller is going and then floating on that one with that pressure. Malone hooked up again. Kappel comes down low for some support. Picked up now by Lenzo. Lenzo gets that one to Mackus. Mackus sends that one into herself, and we're going to have an icing because she had a little too much on it. $1:25 left in this power play. 5:25 left in the first period. And we've got a new line out there. Looks like Austin, Murray, and Paul out there with Pello and Gertson. That one won cleanly by Austin. Back to Gertson. Gertson delays, sends that one all the way around to Pello. Pello off the board to Paul. Paul tries hitting Murray. Murray now makes that move, makes the second move. And that comes out to Paul. Paul will fire that one on. That jumps the stick of Austin. Austin hits Murray, but that was to her backhand. Pello now walks in, fires that shot. It's in the back of the net. Pello from the point walks it in, fires that shot, and the puck is in the back of the net. Captain Pello. .5:01 left in this first period, and HCF is up 1-0. Austin will line up for that faceoff again. She wins that cleanly back to Pello. Puck fired into defensive zone, picked up by Gertson. Gertson sends that one around to Pello. Comes all the way out to the blue and fired in by the Grizzlies. It's kept aside by Murray. Murray fires that one over to Addison Paul. Good pass by Murray to Paul. Paul walks in, fires that shot. It's off the post. She was in all alone. Murray gets that back to Malone. Malone fires that shot, and it's into the glove of the goaltender. Like to see a little bit more traffic in front of that net. Make it more challenging for the goaltender to see that puck coming in. Proudfoot, Capel, and Conley with Malone and Reinheller. That one won by the Grizzlies, but pressure by Capel. Capel will pick it up behind the net. She's pinned up against the board, but Conley's there for some support. Conley wheels around the backside. She's knocked off the puck, but she ends up with the puck. Sends that back to Malone, who's got pressure on her. Not a great opportunity for a pass there. Grizzlies will come in. They'll fire that to the middle, but kept aside by Macklin Malone. Mac sends that one up to Conley. Conley kind of waited for that pass. They're going to call her on that? It's kind of a soft call there, if you ask me. But we're going to go on the penalty kill here. Conley's going to sit for two for, they gave her cross-checking, which I don't know how that was. Either way, penalty kill for the next 2 minutes. Picked up by Reinheller. Reinheller loses that puck and shot fired and kept aside by Thompson. That comes out to the point, bobbled at the line and comes into the neutral zone. Grizzlies gain that zone, far side. Reinheller's there with some pressure. Keeps that one behind the net. That one was more of a penalty than the last one. I don't think the other one was. Reinheller picks that up, gets that to Proudfoot. Proudfoot puts it back into our zone. Fanned on by Capel. Now Malone back by herself, and that shot's fired off of the post. Kept aside by Reinheller. Reinheller carries that puck kind of nonchalantly out of the zone. Not a lot of urgency here. 58 seconds left in this penalty kill. Malone will send that to Proudfoot. Proudfoot bobbles that. Reinheller now hooked up. No call on that one. Reinheller sends that out, makes it to the blue line. And that shot's fired and kept aside. Proudfoot will get there. Send that puck. There you go. Goes all the way the length of the ice. No ice. 25 seconds left in this power play for the Grizzlies. And now that's picked up by Mackus. Grizzlies fire that shot wide. Mackus will get there first. She sends it off the boards, gets that to the blue line, pressures that puck, gets it to Gertson. Gertson with that stick. Mackus with some support. That comes to the middle. Pello will pick it up. Sends that out. Conley out of the box. Now we're full strength. Linzo fires that in backhand. Minute 38 left in this period. Comes out from the neutral zone. Pello's there. Pello will fire that one in. Girls touch up and apply that pressure. Renzo and Mackus applying that pressure down low. Mackus into the corner, sends that one to the opposite side. Lenzo lifts that stick, gets that. Grizzlies will now apply that for gain possession. That one comes out. Gertson will pick that up in her defensive zone. And kept by the Grizzlies. Now Mackus will pick that up in the neutral zone. Mackus sends that into the corner. She'll do a chase. That one's sent around the boards to neutral zone. That's poked away by Pello. Pello over to Gertson. Gertson will try and get that one out. That one comes out to the center ice to Austin. Austin sends that pass to herself. 36 seconds left. Up comes Austin to Murray. Murray fires that shot and hits it back in the net. Austin to Murray. And it's in the back of the net with 29 seconds left in the first period. Murray, Paul, and Austin will be out there with Reinheller and Malone. That one won by the Grizzlies. Malone will keep that one out of the zone. Gets that up to Paul. Paul will fire that one down. Picked up in the feet of Murray. Murray tries hitting Reinheller. Fired down low to Paul. 10 seconds left in the period. Paul battling down low. Paul gets tripped up. No call. Murray now. Murray with too much. And we're going to end this period 2-0 HCF. Like to see a little bit more passing and moving, maybe with a little urgency. But overall, not a terrible period. What do you think, Nate?
Not doing too bad. Passing the puck.
Yeah?
The breakouts are looking better. They've improved their breakout. They're looking for that outlet pass instead of just pushing it up the boards.
Right.
Which is kind of nice. They're passing the puck in the offensive zone. They need to do more passing in the offensive zone. It just creates their opportunity. Creates more opportunity.
Agreed. Get folks in front of the net too, and create havoc for that goaltender.
Yep.
There were a couple of opportunities there where I think that had they had somebody right in front of the net where it was causing issues for the goaltender, it could have ended up in the back of the net.
Right.
So they've been working on that in practice. The shots from the point with players in front and really wreaking havoc. So hopefully they can start to apply some of that here in this game.
Yep.
Well, thanks for being a guest talker here.
Oh, yeah, anytime.
Got an extra mic for you. One of these days. All right, that first line for the second period. We're going to start with Proudfoot, Capel, Conley, Gertzen, and Reinheller. That one won by Capel. Capel back to Malone. Malone up to Conley. There's 6 lifted, and that goes off the goaltender. All 3 of our forwards went the same direction. Back to Reinheller. Reinheller fires that shot, and that poked in front by Capel and almost in the back of the net. Conley sends that one back to the point. Now picked up by Capel. Capel to Conley. Conley overskates that one. Now we're going to have an odd man opportunity here. I don't think Reinheller realized she was the only person back at that point in time because she bit on that puck. Grizzlies will pick that up in the neutral zone. They will make the move and fire that shot on Thompson. Thompson will cover that up and get a stoppage in play. 14:04 in the second period. Mackus, Lenzo, and Austin will come out with Pello and Gertzen. Face off, blocker side of goaltender Rhea Thompson. Austin wins that. Picks it up. She'll send that up to Lenzo. Lenzo has that one hop her stick. Grizzlies through the neutral zone. We'll send that one to the far side. Now Mackus is there. And overskated by Austin. Gertzen tries getting that one out, but it's kept in by the Grizzlies. Puck gets fired down low. Mackus will get there. Ooh, doubles back and sends it to nobody. Fired on net, or wide of net rather. Pello will pick it up. Pello to Lenzo. Lenzo to Pello. Pello to Mackus. Mackus made that move, but had that one stopped, and Austin comes in with a shot. Comes to the blue line, and Pello will keep that in. Fired down by the Grizzlies, and Gertzen's first one there. Gertzen gets that one out, and they're going to say they kept that one in. Mackus picks that up below the goal line. She'll fire that one up to Austin. Austin loses that one to the middle. Now Gertzen will pick it up. Gertzen up to Lenzo. That was a nice pass by Gertzen. Lenzo walks in. She doubles back. I'm not sure why she didn't continue to drive that. Lenzo knifes that one away. Mackus will pick that up. Mackus tries hitting Capel. That won't get sent all the way down, and they'll touch up. Capel applying that pressure as the rest of the team goes for a line change. And the shot would not have counted as that was an offside play by the Grizzlies. 12:23 left in the second period, and HCF leads 2-0. That one by Capel, cleanly back to Reinheller. Reinheller to Capel into her skates. Reinheller sends that one to herself. Reinheller walks in, fires that, makes that pass to the back door, and Murray will pick it up. Malone now uses that body, keeps the puck away from the Grizzly player. That comes over to Paul. Malone will pick it up. She tries hitting the center, and that puck is fired off Thompson. She had kind of an awkward rebound. She didn't see it. Now it's in the neutral zone, picked up by Capel. Capel, somehow they were able to keep the zone there, and that comes back to Reinheller. Reinheller will try sending that one in the front. Reinheller sends that up front. Finally, that's loose in front. Paul sends that one to the side. Paul will apply pressure. Keeps that one below the goal line. She's got support from Austin. Reinheller will pinch in. Reinheller to Austin. Reinheller keeps that puck. Reinheller walks in, turns around, takes that shot back in. That puck's loose in front, and the goaltender was able to cover that one up. Sorry about that. That one fired in by Gertzen. Now the Grizzlies will gain possession. They get it in the neutral zone. They gain the zone, but that's kept aside by Pello. Now that one's fired in front. Rhea sprawled out there. Gertzen delays, hits Conley, so there's not going to be an icing. Proudfoot below the goal line. She's got help. All three of our forwards were below the goal line at one point in time there. Puck comes out. Austin's there. Austin back to Pello. Pello fires that shot. Good opportunity. Proudfoot now gets that to the front of the net. That's fired around by the Grizzlies. Pello will be there. She soccer kicks it in. Now that comes out to the neutral zone and kept aside by Mackus. Mackus through the neutral zone. Mackus loses that puck at the blue line. Grizzlies will send that into the zone, go for a line change. Pello will now pick that up. Pello loses the handle of it for a moment. Capel to Lenzo. Lenzo delays, and finally Capel gets that on her stick. Capel with some pressure. That one's sent across. Malone had not yet made that line change, so Mackus now will pick it up. Mackus makes that move. She'll fire that one down low. It gets sent all the way around, and Reinheller deep. And the puck's loose in front. Capel's there. Capel fires that shot into the goaltender. sent all the way around the boards. Reinheller is the first one there. Reinheller will fire that one. Mackus is there. Mackus gathered that puck, tried going back and wasn't able to get a decent shot off. Lenzo now will pick it up into the corner. Lenzo has all the time. She tries firing that shot and not sure where she was going with that one, but you had Austin in the slot wide open. That one was an easy tip in had she passed that puck to Austin. Murray, Austin, and Paul with Reinheller and Malone. 8:30 left in this second period. It's 2-0. Austin wins that one back. Murray will pick it up. Murray makes that move. She gets tripped up. No call there. Reinheller now bobbles the puck. Kept in by Paul. Reinheller will get that one up to Murray. Murray wheeling. Tries hitting that front. It goes off of the back of the skate and almost goes in on its own. That one gets played to Austin to Murray. Murray fire that shot. It's free in front. Reinheller stops it. Reinheller walks, fires that shot. It's off the blocker, the goaltender. Malone will step in, keeps that puck in. She's got some help by Austin now. Grizzlies will head the other direction. Kept aside by Reinheller. Put in front, but kept aside by Malone. Malone now. Malone, we've got a 3-on-0 opportunity, and she fires it off of the crossbar. Malone with the 3-on-0, and it goes off the crossbar instead of hitting the back of the twine. Good opportunity there for Macklin Malone. Capel, Conley, and Proudfoot with Pello and Gertson. Capel wins that one back to Gertson. Gertson sends that one into the far corner. Sent in by Pello, and now sent all the way around by the Grizzlies. Gertson will get there first. She sends that down to Capel. Capel has that one knifed away. Kept in by Gertson. Gertson will fire that, and the girls will touch up, go for that forecheck pressure here. Proudfoot has that one hawk her stick. Pello. Conley, everybody needs to get on. Now we can apply that pressure. Neutral zone. Now that's kept aside momentarily. Now that player will go down, and Thompson will gather that puck easily. 6:37 left in the second period. 2-0 HCF girls. Mackus, Austin, and Lenzo are out there with Malone and Reinheller. Malone sends that one to Mackus. Mackus had that pressure on her. Needs to make that move a little bit quicker. Malone will hit Mackus, but that jumps her stick. Austin is there. Austin now tries sending that one back. She's got help from Mackus. That one comes out to the blue line. That one's sent all the way down by the Grizzlies, and that's not going to have enough on it for an icing. 6:05 left in this period, second period. 2-0 offensive zone face-off here. Will be the blocker side of the goalkeeper. That same line will stay out there. Lenzo, Mackus, and Austin with Malone and Reinheller. One's one back to Malone. That jumps her stick, so she wasn't able to keep that one in. Keeps it near side, sends that to Austin. Austin will not put a lot on it. Kept in by Malone. Malone. Opportunity now by for the Grizzlies. They've got a man in front, uncontested. Austin now picks that up, gets that out to Mackus. Mackus tries sending that to the middle, but Grizzlies will keep that one into the offensive zone. Puck bounces into Thompson, and Thompson will cover for a stoppage in play. We'll get a full line change here. Pello, Gertzen, Murray, Capel, and Paul. 5:34 left in the second period. 1-1 by the Grizzlies, but Pello jumps that line. Paul to Murray, little in front of her, but Murray will pick that up. She fires that shot. It's off the chest of the goaltender. Grizzlies get it out of the zone, but Pello picks it up. She fires that one in the neutral zone now, picked up by the Grizzlies. They'll send that near side. That missed pass by Paul there. Murray will pick that up. Errant pass from the Grizzlies. She loses the puck and continues to skate. Pello keeps it in at the boards. Paul will now fire that one in. Paul. Grizzlies will gain that zone. Pello there to pick it up. Pello wheels. Pello sends that one out to Murray. Murray. Now Pello pick it up again. She sends that one to herself. Pello is going to walk in. Pello fires that shot. It's off the crossbar. Nice opportunity by Captain Pello as she's showing what it takes to have that hustle. Puck comes out to Gertzen. Gertzen will send that one up to Murray. Murray mishandles that puck and then gives up on it. Pello now will keep that one below the goal line. She has help from Capel. Pello will kick that one out. Comes out to the Grizzlies. They'll fire that one around. That one goes all the way around. Picked up by Murray and overskates it. Gertzen will get that one out to Murray. Murray will make that move. Murray will lose that puck. Fired all the way down. No icing. Picked up now by the Grizzlies. Grizzlies will gain that zone. Reinheller keeps that one out, sends it into the neutral zone. Malone and Reinheller coming together for some help, some support. Austin to Proudfoot. Proudfoot bobbles that puck at the blue line. Puck fired wide of the goal. Malone will be the first one there applying that pressure. She's got support from Austin. Austin now picks that up, sends that up to Conley. Conley tried playing that stick and body. Now that's fired down by Austin. That's going to have some legs, and that's going to make it for an icing. .251 left in this second period, and the score is 2-0 HCF. Face off in the defensive zone. Conley, Austin, and Proudfoot out there. One cleanly by Austin. Back to Malone. Malone will cycle back, gets that one up to Conley, but Conley allows that one to make it through without making any contact. So we're going to have another icing, and they're going to bring this one all the way back down for a defensive zone faceoff. 2:41 left in this game, period, second period. Austin won that to Reinheller. Reinheller. Now she puts the Jets on. Reinheller walks in. Reinheller has that one skipped away by Sammy Murray. Comes out to Reinheller. Reinheller walks in. Reinheller's got the opportunity to send that to Conley. Conley fires that shot in the back of the net. Conley with that off-angle shot puts it to the far side, glove side, and in the back of the net. And Bianca Conley is on the board. 3-0 HCF. Macus, Capel, and Linzo with Gertzen and Pello. Capel will win that one back to Gertzen. Gertson sends that one up to Mackus, but kind of handcuffs her. Mackus. We got an offside here called on the Grizzlies. That one won by the Grizzlies. Sent near side. Grizzlies will walk it in, and there's an offside again on the Grizzlies. That same group will remain out there. Won by Capel. Jumped the stick of Lenzo. Hello's there. Battle at the near side boards. Lenzo reaches, gets that one over to Mackus, but she was trying to make that move before even gathering that puck up. Mackus, with that back check, was able to keep that stick of the Grizzly player from an attempt. Capel will pick that up. She hits Mackus. Now Lenzo coming in with some speed. Lenzo, Mackus now. Pello from below the goal line. Pello almost overskates that one. Gets that one out to Mackus. Mackus tries sending that one out into the neutral zone. That now comes out to Lenzo. Fired in by the Grizzlies, and Gertson will now pick that one up. Gertson makes that move. Gertson makes another move. Pokes that away to Pello. Pello to Capel. Capel up to Mackus. Mackus now trying to hit Paul. Paul there fires that shot, and it's wide. Austin now with some support as the Grizzly are starting to make their way into the zone. That one comes up front. It's free in front. Now that comes out to Mackus. Mackus up to Paul. Paul is going to walk in. She fires that shot, and it's off the goaltender's glove. That's why you follow your shots there, folks. Paul gets that one out to Murray. Murray to Reinheller. Reinheller fires that shot. It's off of the leg of the defenseman. Puck comes out to Paul. Paul has 10 seconds. Now that comes out, and that's going to get sent all the way down. I don't know if it's going to be enough, and it is for icing. We're going to have an offensive zone face-off. I'd almost pull Rhea here for the next 4 seconds to get that additional attacker out there. That same group will stay out there. That one won by Austin. Austin almost got an opportunity off there, but kept aside by the Grizzlies. So at the end of 2, the score is 3-0 HCF. A goal by Conley late in the period there to put the girls up 3-0. Well, what was your thought on that period, Nate?
It was more competitive.
It was.
It was more competitive. The other team was they know who can move the puck really well, and they have two people on.
Yep.
On her. And but when there's 2 people on, that means there's one of our people are open.
Exactly.
So there's open ice. I think it'd be still very easy to just move the puck a little bit more and
use
their D. But they are crowding our D and getting on the backside of the D looking for that breakaway.
Yes,
they are playing very high, taking themselves out of the play as well. I don't think it's a very skilled team that we're up against. They have a lot more deficiencies than we do.
Which should be shown here in this game. We're not necessarily seeing that as much as we are or should be.
Yep. It is getting themselves to be able to pass the puck more and practice that passing a little bit more instead of playing defensively so much.
Exactly. Well, Capel will win that initial face-off. 15 minutes on the clock, and That's sent backside, and Proudfoot will break up the pass. That gets fired all the way down, and Gertzen will be the first one there to pick it up. Gertzen gathers the puck, wheels around the backside. She sends that out to, I'm not sure who she was passing to there, but Proudfoot now will get that out to Pello. And now Conley's got an opportunity. If Conley puts the speed on, and she fires that shot, and that's kept aside by the goaltender. Good opportunity by Bianca Conley for her second one, but goaltender was able to keep that one from hitting the back of the net. Conley will pick that up now in the neutral zone. Happel now sends that one over to Proudfoot. Proudfoot in all alone as the rest of her team goes for a line change, and she has no idea that was happening. Austin now will keep that one in. She fires it in for Linzo. Linzo and Proudfoot. Linzo sends that one out to the point to Reinheller. Now that gets sent out. Malone will be the first one there. She'll gather the puck. She sends that far side to Austin. Austin's got a lot of space. Austin sends that to the high slot with nobody there. Grizzlies will wheel that one in, and kept aside by Reinheller. Reinheller will send that one far side boards. Austin now will pick it up. Austin tries keeping that one to the side. Puck now loose in front, and Thompson keeps that aside. Picked up now by Malone. Malone will try hitting Lenzo. Lenzo pinned up against the boards. Puck comes out. Lenzo off her skate. Puck fired in front, and there were two Grizzly players with no HCF players there. Mackus now will send that one off the boards to herself. Izzy with that pressure. That one comes all the way down. Gertzen jumped the boards right there, and almost too many men as Mac Malone was still trying to get on the bench. That's fired in by the Grizzlies. Reinheller will pick it up. Reinheller doubles back. She's got some support from Kappel. Kappel will now gain some speed through that zone. Kappel sends that up to Paul. Paul tries hitting Kappel again. Paul puts the brakes on, and the Grizzlies will gain possession. Gertzen now will gather that puck. Gertzen sends that one far side. Gertzen will keep that one at her feet. Now Murray will pick it up. Murray tries hitting Paul. Now Kappel sends that one in, and Kappel didn't realize that she had two of her teammates were still on or in the offensive zone. I actually think that should come down to our face-off dot. It's an intentional offside, right? Gertzen gets that up to Paul. Paul will give that back to Gertzen. Gertzen will try and fire that shot. Paul gets that one over to Murray. Murray fires that shot to the side. Paul now with Gertzen for support, and puck's going to get sent all the way down, and we're going to have an icing on the Grizzlies, so we're going to have an offensive zone face-off with 11:23 left in this third period. Kappel, Paul, and Murray will remain out there with Gertzen and Pello. Pello's got that stick loaded up right now. Gertzen will send that one down low. That one's sent out to the point. Pello's there, sends out over Murray. Murray from down low. Murray cycles back to Kappel. Kappel, this is the puck movement right here. Kappel tries hitting Murray, but that goes off of a stake. Murray now pickpockets, sends it in. They'll touch up, and there's no way. No way. Get on the. There was no way that one was offside. but they were called nonetheless. Austin, Proudfoot, and Conley. That one's won by the Grizzlies. That puck will get sent down low. Malone will be the first one there. She keeps that one below the goal line. Grizzlies applying that pressure. That comes out to the slot. Dangerous, dangerous. That one's floated in from the point. Malone will pick it up. Malone hits Proudfoot. Proudfoot to Malone. Over to Conley. Conley loses an edge. And puck is in the feet. Proudfoot makes that move. Proudfoot with a little toe drag there. Not seen that before. And the Grizzlies will go outside. That was a nice move. 9:59 left in this period. I think we should probably have a running clock at this point in time. Or do we have, is it an hour and 15? Must be an hour and 15, huh? That face-off won by the Grizzlies. I'll keep that one aside. Mackus sends that one to herself. Mackus will gain that zone. Mackus puts the brakes on. She's got that one sticked away from her. She'll keep that pressure on. That one comes over to Lenzo. Capel now, that one comes out to the point, and that's fired all the way down. And Malone will be in a foot race. Not going to win that battle strength-wise against Mac Malone when you're maybe 75 pounds dripping wet. That one comes out to the top of the blue, and Mackus mishandles that puck and sent it over to Lenzo without making an opportunity. Now that put into the goaltender. That was a dangerous pass from down low, and just put into the slot for Grizzlies to walk it in and get a shot off. .9:05 left in this game. 3-0 HCF. That one won by the Grizzlies. They'll fire that one down low. Gertson will be the first one there. Gertson, fans on it. She's got some support from Austin. Austin up to Paul. Paul gets that one out. Now Murray will pick that up. Murray makes that move, but she's got Austin as a trailer. Austin fires that shot. It's off the stick. Austin puts it in front. Paul's there. Puck is still loose. Paul gets that long stick in there. And that one's sent out and kicked up in the neutral zone by Gertson. She'll get that one up to Paul. Gertson sends that one far side. Murray was skating this direction, so she went the opposite direction. Now that's picked up by Austin. Austin will send that one all the way in deep. She'll apply that pressure. She's the first one there. Austin gets that one out to Paul. Now Gertson's going to help. Gertson sends that near side to Paul. Paul sends that far side to Murray with nobody there. Murray to Austin. The puck is loose. Now we've got an opportunity the opposite direction as shot is fired off the boards. Puck comes near side to Paul. Paul tries sending that one out. Gets it up to Murray, but that one's kept aside. Now Murray will pick that up. It's Murray, one-on-one. Murray used that skate to keep that one in. Ooh, Murray took out the referee. Reinhauer was able to get her stick on that one. That comes out. And shot fired wide. And stick of Malone will get that one off of the Grizzlies. Conley now. Conley bobbles that puck. Conley makes that move, and Conley, that should have been offside as Proudfoot Went offside. Puck is high in the air. Proudfoot will pick it up. Proudfoot tries putting brakes on. Picked up now by the Grizzlies. They'll fire that one all the way around. Reinheller will fire it in. Girls will touch up. Conley with some pressure. Conley gets a stick on it. Conley sends that one to the point, but Reinheller now will send that one back in, and the girls touch up. 6:10 remains in this game. Reinheller tried saying she was on, but she was clearly off. Mackus, Austin, and Linzo with Pello and Gertzen. Won by the Grizzlies. Pressure. And the puck's sent all the way down. Gertzen's going to be the first one there to pick it up. Gertzen. Wheels. Sends it near side to Linzo. Back to Gertzen. Gertzen up the boards. Now it's going to be a foot race as Austin's coming in. Linzo, and that's picked up now by the Grizzlies. They'll walk it in, and that kept aside by the stick of, not sure whose stick that was off of. Grizzlies from down low, that's now picked up by Gertzen. Gertzen's going to move. Gertzen walking in. To Mackus in front. Mackus fires that shot. It's off the goaltender's stick. Mackus battling for it down low. She's got support from Austin. That one now comes out, and Pello will stick that one into the boards. One comes off the side of the net. Mackus now. Malone tried jumping that line to help, but wasn't able to get there in time. Kept aside by Pello. Now Malone gets that one up to Paul. Paul got up to Murray. Murray fires that shot, and it's off the crossbar again. That's 3 or 4 crossbars here by HCF today. Offensive zone face-off here for HCF. Capel, Paul, and Murray with Malone and Reinheller. That comes from Murray that was Capel back to Reinheller. Reinheller now with that back check. Shot fired wide. Puck kept aside and kept aside again. Now it's free in front and covered by Rhea Thompson. .406 left in this game. Score is currently 3-0 HCF. That one won by Capel over to Reinheller. Capel will now gather it. Capel mishandles that puck. Kept aside by Malone. Malone will send that around the boards to Paul. Paul will try and send that one out. That comes off of the stick of Sammy Murray, who's again playing on the Grizzlies here today. Reinheller will now gain the zone. Reinheller floats in. She floats the puck across. Murray will be the first one there. Murray picks it up. Murray from behind the net hits Austin. Austin now loses that puck, but she sends that one in the middle. That one is sent down, and Reinheller will pick it up. Reinheller to Paul. Paul tried sending that one off of the skate. And that is an offside play as the Grizzlies were about 4 or 5 strides off. 3:04 left in this game. Score is currently 3-0 HCF. That won by Austin. Pello to Conley. Conley tried hitting Proudfoot. Picked up by the Grizzlies. Grizzlies now applying that pressure. That's kept aside by Gertson. Proudfoot with that toe drag again. And Paul gets that stick in there, and Paul and Conley are going to come in together. That was Austin and Conley. That stick of Pello helps get that to Austin. Austin tries firing that one down. Gertson now will fire that one in, and they'll touch up. Pello pinches in and keeps the puck in down low. Sends that in for Conley. That one now comes out. Gertson will keep that in at the line. Grizzlies will send that one down, and there's an opportunity now for the Grizzlies as they get tied up with Captain Pello. Pello keeps that one down low momentarily, overskates it though. That's handcuff goes Austin in front. Puck comes reared off the stanchion, and that's into the glove of Thompson. 1:43 left in this game, and the score is currently 3-0. Capel will line up for that faceoff. Capel wins that one back. Malone will pick it up. Malone to Mackus. Mackus tries sending that one up to Capel. Grizzly player goes down. Capel will now gather that puck. Capel walks in. She's got that one knifed away from one of her teammates. Mackus will send that one back down to Capel. Capel out to Reinheller. Reinheller walks and fires that shot. It's free in front. Mackus fires that shot. It's free in front. Another shot by Lenzo. Puck is still free in front. And that one, I think, is covered up by the goaltender after about 3 or 4 opportunities from Fairbanks, from HCF. Was that one in the back of the net, Jim? Minute 04 left in this game, and the score is 3-0. Capel wins that face-off again. Capel will, or Lenzo fires that one down low. Mackus first one there. Mackus will cycle it down low to Capel. Capel plays that body. Capel to Mackus in front. Mackus fires that shot. 2 opportunities by Mackus and covered by the goaltender. 45 seconds left in this game, 3-0. And the Murray, Hall, Conley, Malone, and Reinheller will be out there, I'm assuming, for the remaining 45 seconds of this game. Conley will line up for that faceoff. Conley loses that faceoff. The Grizzlies will get that one out into the neutral zone. And they're now going to gain the offensive zone. That one's kept aside by Malone. Malone up to Paul. Paul to Murray. Murray gets that one knocked off her stick. Murray wheels around. Fires in front in this back of the net. I'm not sure if that went off of the stick of Paul or if that was a shot from Murray. Looks like Addison Paul's going to be given that goal there as she was in front and must have tipped that puck. Got just enough on it. Score is 4-0 HCF with less than 15 seconds left here. Gertson fires that one up. Gertson keeps that one aside. Paul now there. Puck comes out to the neutral zone. 8 seconds left, 7 seconds. That one's sent over to Murray. Murray to Conley. Conley's got an opportunity. Conley fires that shot, and it is stopped. And we're going to have the time expire here, and the HCF 16U AA girls with a 4-0 win over the Grizzlies 14A boys. We'll go down and get our I'm going to go down and get our interview now. Yeah, I'll interview your mom. Yeah. I think I heard Coach Hayden say that Addison Paul is going to be the one that comes over here to chat with me. Looks like we're going to have Mac Malone and Leah Austin are going to join me for our post-game interview. Well, congratulations, ladies. A 4-0 win over the Grizzlies here. How do you guys think the game went?
I think it went okay. I think we could have played a little better, make better passes, but it went okay.
Yeah. How about you, Leah?
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think we were kind of thinking that we didn't have a lot of time, so we would be like, "Oh, throw it away." But yeah, we had more time than we thought we did, and we should have taken it.
Yeah. So I noticed that last goal was scored by Addison Paul, and this last week you guys have been working on the making chaos in front of the net, which was exactly what she had done. Throughout the game, there were some opportunities that you guys could have done that. What can you guys do moving forward to implement what you're doing in practice in your games, more like what Addison did at the end?
I think we can talk a little bit more. Like if we're in front of the net and we have chaos, we can like say shoot or call for it.
Okay. How about you, Leah?
I feel like kind of working on our passing a bit, because I feel like we do that sometimes, but most of the time our passes are like, when we pass, it's kind of like, oh, we're running out of time, get the puck away.
Yeah, I can agree with that, but I think during the game today, your guys' passing wasn't too bad. Obviously, you put 4 up on the board here, so congratulations, ladies, and we'll see you guys on Monday for practice. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Take care, guys.